Well, just last month, DeMar DeRozan from the Raptors talked about his lifelong battle with depression, and that did inspire Kevin Love to talk about his own mental health struggles. Now, this is from Players Tribune. Here's what Kevin Love had to say about realizing that he had some issues.
I remember when I was 2 or 3 years in the league, I never heard of a pro athlete talking about mental health, and I didn't want to be the only one. But it's kind of strange when you think about it. In the NBA, you have trained professionals to fine-tune your life in so many areas. But none of those people could help me in the way I needed when I was lying on the floor struggling to breathe. I'm just starting to do the hard work of getting to know myself. For 29 years, I've avoided that. So I did one seemingly little thing that turned out to be a big thing. The Cavs helped me find a therapist.
Drop on the clues bombs for Kevin Love, damn it. Hey, man, them panic attacks and anxiety attacks is real. I go to therapy every Friday at 3 o'clock, baby.
So he said on November 5th, right after halftime against the Hawks, that's when he had a panic attack. He said he knew something was wrong almost right after tip-off. I was winded within the first few possessions. That was strange. And my game was just off. I played 15 minutes of the first half and made 1 basket and 2 free throws. So he said he felt his heart racing faster than usual. Then he was having trouble catching his breath.
I know the feeling.
He said everything was spinning. My brain was trying to climb out of my head. The air felt thick and heavy. My mouth was like chalk. And that's when he said that he just literally, physically just couldn't re-enter the game after they were in a huddle. So that's when he went back to the locker room, and he was just lying on his back on the floor trying to get enough air to breathe.
If you've ever had a panic attack or anxiety attack, you know exactly what Kevin Love is talking about. It's funny, I've been suffering from those for years but never knew what it was until recently. And I go to therapy every Friday at 3 o'clock, baby.
And
So why do you get there? What causes you to get to that?
All
that
kind
place?
of stuff. I got so many irrational fears. Like, I think, parental paranoia, I mean, probably PTSD.
Not Bigfoot anymore, right?
I've never been afraid of Bigfoot. I'm never afraid of things that I think I'm supposed to be afraid of. Like, I'll go Sasquatch hunting right now. It'd be like irrational fears.
All right, well, he goes on to talk about going to see a therapist, and he said telling a stranger about his grandmother who had passed away and he didn't get to see her as much as he'd like to in the last few years. He said that's what actually made him realize how much pain it still was causing him, because he didn't even know. He said, I realized that what hurt most was not being able to say a proper goodbye, and he had buried those emotions since her passing and said to myself, I have to focus on basketball. I'll deal with it later. Be a man.
I love my therapist. My therapist be like, this is confidential between us, but I'll be like, shh, I know these stories fire. I know you going home talking about me.
He ended this all by saying that he wants to remind himself these days, everyone is going through something that we can't see. And he said, I want to write that again. Everyone is going through something that we can't see.
Go to therapy, man. We love to work out and stuff and keep our body right. You got to keep your brain right, too. Every Friday at 3 o'clock, I'm in there. I'm looking forward to my appointment this week, goddammit.